countdown. Woohoo! Recording in progress.
Yeah. Life in progress. Hi, welcome to Swedes on the Loose.
Yeah, welcome. Really Swedes on the Loose today.
Yeah.
We are definitely on the loose.
For those of you who don't know us, I'm Sandra and
I'm Christina. Yep.
But the soundboard isn't on yet. That's just the Zoom recording.
Oh no.
didn't mean to ruin your intro.
Oh no.
Okay.
We have to do it all over again.
Oh.
What?
All right, let's get started here.
We should do the whistle. Do you know the whistle?
I don't know if I can do it. I thought you did it really well the other day.
Yeah, now you're putting me on the spot, but yeah.
Oh, recording in progress. This is great. We're so in sync.
Welcome to Swedes on the Loose. It's crazy show over here every day.
Yep. Welcome. It's good to see you, Christina.
It's good to see you too. Even if it's been another week. It's been another week.
It's a little shaky, a little rocky, I feel like right now. And
I agree.
We're gonna shake it. We're gonna shake it out here.
Yes. Yeah. So maybe talking it out will make it feel better. I hope.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's almost Friday, and I feel like this week has been one of the longest weeks in a long time. It feels like it's Monday, still Monday for whatever reason, but I feel like it's like Groundhog Day.
I was gonna say, yeah.
Yeah. So what's happening in your world?
Well, today is just a day where I feel a little bit dazed. I'm walking around with information that has me dazed and kind of shook to the core a little bit. And you know, our worlds. So our world got some information this week that impacts some people in our circle regarding health and wellness and I think I don't know how you feel about it. You're more probably affected than I am. I don't know them quite as well as you do.
It has been I feel like the rug has been pulled out from under my feet in a way. You know, when we can mention his name, JW, because he deserves to be mentioned. He was an incredible human being. I met him through Robert, through your employer, my old employer, and he was just the most creative genius. He looked like a little garden gnome with a twinkle in his eye and was always with a smile on his face. And it's just, I don't know, him leaving the world and not being here. I didn't talk to him for a long time, but you know, people imprint on you in a way, as people make an impression on you. And I've known him for like 20, 23, 24 years. And, you know, when he's no longer here, it's just weird knowing that he's no longer with us. And then such a crazy thing. For those of you who have listened from the beginning here, you've heard that I was let go from the job that I moved here to Wyoming. I moved from Phoenix, Arizona to Wyoming, Bedford, Wyoming, for this amazing couple. And they let me go in April. And I was dumbfounded to why. I didn't understand why. As far as I knew, I hadn't done anything wrong. But I think what we found out today, that Greg, our darling Greg, is sick and doesn't have long left. And Rhonda, his wife, texted me, and because I reached out to her, and it's just, I mean, he's younger than me, and he has apparently this horrible pancreatic cancer, which I'm assuming has gone very, very, very fast, or they knew about it way sooner than I think that they knew, because they let me go in April. And if I understand it right, they have been under treatment or something since April in Arizona. So it just, again, I look around me and I'm looking at people that I care about and that I've known for a long, long time. And then people are dying left or right, cancer or, you know, age or, it's just, I don't know. It's just there. So a lot of things, my point is a lot of things that I thought I had done wrong, or I was upset because I felt, what did I do wrong? And I didn't understand why they would let me go. Because we uprooted our life in Arizona and came here, which was the best thing ever. Don't get me wrong. Um, we love it, and I wouldn't take it back. I mean, I would do anything. I will shovel horse shit if I have to, just to keep paying my mortgage here in Wyoming. But it's just, I don't know. It's a lot of things are falling into I think a lot of things are falling into place to why it happened the way it happened. I just, and I told you this earlier, I just wish they would have told me when it happened, because when they found out, because I feel that the person that I am and the support system that I can give, I think I could have helped them not solve any problems, but take a burden off of Rhonda, or taking a burden off Greg, or, if it was about the ranch or their dogs or family in California, whatever. I wish they would have reached out and told me, and, told me what was happening, which would made, I would have understood it a little bit better, why they let me go. But so yeah, and Greg and Rhonda, I mean, you met them and talked to them, and they've been in your
They're
world and
lovely.
Robert's world, right?
They're lovely people,
Oh,
and
they're
it's
incredible.
yeah, it's hard when you when it comes. I mean, it's just hard to hear about stories like this around you, and for me, I go back to a dark place in my life when Mia was
Right.
diagnosed as a 5-year-old with her brain tumor, and how that changed
Mhm.
things. And you you do weird things. You think, you act, you don't really know how you're going to act in a situation like
Mhm.
that until something like that happens. So,
Happens. Yeah.
um, but I wanted to, yeah, it was so weird how this all kind of came about, because we got some information. Was it yesterday that we found out?
Last night. Yeah.
Well, and a couple of days ago, I think we found out about JW.
JW. Right.
So, and
So
do we want to
6.
mention? I mean, because he wrote. Did he write several books, or did he just write the one?
He just wrote
Cracking,
the one. Yeah. He
cracking the.
just wrote the one. Yep.
Do we want to? Do you have that
Yeah.
one? I thought you were reaching for it.
Yeah.
Oh,
No, 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 no. Sorry. I'm throwing a pair of glasses on my dog so he stops licking his wound. Sorry. Gunner,
the book.
stop.
Just to give
Yes,
him a
I
little bit of
agree.
credit, I think the book is called "Cracking the Code."
Cracking the learning code.
Cracking the
Cracking
learning.
the learning code. Yeah. And it's all about how you learn and how you because he was a brain guy. He was an incredibly smart guy. So he had what it's a 900-page book. I don't know if it's even done or if it's just done, but as long as I've known JW, he was writing this book to crack the learning code, and he felt like he had, and he was implementing it with when it came to sales and when it came to learning and how people function and why they function the way they do. So yeah, cracking the learning code, if it comes out, I think, and like I said, it's a 900-page book. So if it comes out, then I think we should all learn something from it in honor of JW. He was the funniest guy. Oh my god, he was so funny, always glint in the eye. And he played rugby with Robert. That's how Robert knows him. He's played rugby with Robert in
Yeah, yeah.
Hawaii for like 100 years ago.
There were a lot of rugby stories that I've heard now,
Yeah, yeah,
um, from their
yeah,
back in their glory days.
yeah.
Um,
Very
cracking
much so.
cracking the learning code.
Yeah.
Yep, it is.
Did you find it online?
I sure did.
Oh, okay. So it is out.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
The science that is transforming how the world learns, motivates, and changes behaviors.
Okay. Got it.
So,
Okay. Well, shout
um,
out to Mr. JW because he deserves to have it recognized because that was his life work, his life's work.
735 pages.
Oh, okay. See, oh, so he edited. He edited. So
Published July 8th, 2021.
oh,
Isn't that crazy?
I
That's
didn't know that.
crazy. Wait a minute. Are we the 10th?
Today?
Yeah.
Today is the 10th. Yeah.
I feel like that's very close to the date that maybe he departed.
Yeah. Crazy.
Anyway, so that we know all
Yeah.
this is unfolding, and so then I go about my day, and in a bit of a funk, going
Yeah.
through the the drive-through bank, and I ended up on some weird street, and I was like, what am I doing here?
What?
Yeah,
Really?
well, not weird, but I just kind of
Yeah.
was driving around. I didn't really have like a good plan, like what am I doing next kind of thing. So I was just driving,
Okay.
and then all of a sudden I'm like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing over here. And then I thought, oh, well, there's my dry cleaners is right here, so I can just take this dress that I have in the car and take it in for dry cleaning. So I drive over there, and it's my usual dry cleaners that I've been going to for a long time. And I mean, I don't go there a ton, but
Yeah.
they're my dry cleaners.
Right. Right.
And I walk in, and he's like, "Oh no, we're not taking any more. We're closing." And
What?
like I don't. So this whole strip mall or this area is they're kind of redoing the facade of all the buildings. So
Yeah.
there's been a lot of construction lately. So I knew that. So I knew it. I mean, it looked kind of messy walking in, and that was normal.
Yeah.
And I didn't really think twice. So I walked in, and there was like a lot of construction going on inside too. And I thought, oh, I guess maybe they're also renovating in the process. But it turns out, no, they're closing down. And it was the saddest thing to me because it's this store is owned by an Asian family, and they're lovely. And
Yeah.
a couple months ago, their son had a stroke.
Oh
It was
gosh.
like a fundraiser, and so I hadn't been in a while, and so I said, "What?" I said, "No,
Yeah.
I," and it was just the gentleman there. His name is Tea.
Okay.
Isn't that cute?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. I said, "T, where's your wife? How's your son?" And he just looked at me and he goes, "Oh, he died."
Oh no.
Not kidding.
Oh
This is
my gosh.
like right after I got off the phone with you, so this is the next thing
Oh.
that happens. And so I'm like, oh my gosh. So then I'm, hugging him, and he's
Yeah.
sharing a story about how this all went down, and his son and his daughter-in-law and their children, and and it's just like, what? This is too much. This is
Uh-huh.
so that happened.
Oh my
And
gosh.
then I know that's so anyway, so I walk away from there after a while, and I'm going to the next thing. So I'm home, I'm working, and then I thought, okay, I'm gonna break, and I'm gonna go do yoga class during lunch.
Yeah.
So I head
That's a
out.
good idea.
Great idea. It was a
Yeah.
great idea.
Yeah.
So I'm driving up to my usual yoga class. Shout out True Hot Yoga again, and Patty. Um, and I all of a sudden I'm behind a cute little car, and it's got a pediatric cancer sign, and I have one too
Of
on the
course.
license plate in the back.
Yeah.
And it says Natalia.
Okay.
Natalia is the name of the daughter of the girl whose parents started the Purple Society. They're the ones who helped us connect with the oncologist in
Oh,
Philadelphia for
got it.
Mia's
Yeah.
hyperbaric oxygen treatment back in.
Wow.
So I'm like, I know whoever's in that car. I
Yeah.
know. So
Yeah.
I was like, oh, and then they turned right where I was turning to go to yoga into the
Oh.
strip mall, and I'm like, oh my god, this is perfect. It's
Yeah.
like divine. And she parks right by Walgreens, and so I park right next to her and walk up and knock on. I didn't even know who was in the car, but I
Yeah. Yeah.
know whoever's in this car,
Yeah.
and it's Natalia's younger sister, who now she's in
Oh.
her mid-20s.
Yeah.
I think it's hard to say, but so
Right.
it was her sister, and I was like, oh my gosh. And she was like, oh my gosh, you're so scared. We have to go.
Oh.
So it was just like full circle. It was all these
Yeah.
touch points today.
Right.
It was
Right.
so peculiar and so
Mhm.
odd. And then not to mention that, and then I saw this other mutual Swedish friend of ours who kind of popped up in an unexpected place.
Oh, got it. Yeah.
So that was also a wonderful
Did you know
surprise.
that was happening?
No, I had no idea. And I met
Okay.
her a number of years ago when her husband died
Right.
unexpectedly.
Mhm.
And so it was just like, oh, all
Wow.
things are
What is
happening.
what is the universe trying to tell us?
So that was kind of
Oh,
my takeaway,
yeah.
when going into yoga. I'm like, I just wanted to see if I could hear the message.
Yeah.
And the message that landed with me personally was that I am in the right place at the right time. I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing.
Okay.
Because for a while I thought, okay, does this mean that I need to be shifting gears, doing something different?
Yeah.
And for now, it doesn't, I don't think it means that. I think it
Good.
means that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I am where I'm supposed to be at. Doesn't mean I'm
Okay.
supposed to be here forever,
Right.
but this is where I'm supposed to be at right now.
Okay. That makes me happy.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. I just want to say that doesn't that give you somewhat of a calm?
Exactly. You took the words right out of my mouth.
Okay. Sorry.
No, well said.
Sorry. Got it. Well, that's good. Well, I'm happy. So, with all this shit show, with all this sad tragedy that happens around us and affects us, if you can find a glimpse and get something good out of it, that's a gift.
I think I'm
Truly,
doing what I'm
truly.
supposed to be doing for right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
So,
Good. Well, I'm happy. That makes me very, very happy.
so that's what, and for our listeners, today was going to be the day where we were going to launch into Christina's story and hear all about her, just like last time we talked about my story
Yep.
and how I ended up here. And then we're going to move on from there and talk to many other Swedes and Americans and so on. But we had to put a pin in this one because there's just so much going on and we have to
Yeah.
acknowledge that.
I agree because it felt weird to talk about me when it really doesn't matter about me. I felt more like I just people around you, and I want you to talk about the test that Nicole, Dr. Shudnicki, recommended to take. I would love for you to, if you know more about it, or we can, I would love to know more about it because I think that I did many, many, many years ago. I did the DNA test, which shows you if you have the BRCA um, gene, which is, I think it was the breast cancer gene, which is if you're prone for cancer. Um, and they say, do you want to know if you have it? And I'm like, yeah, I do want to know if I have it. So if you know more about it, I think it would be it's interesting if there is. I mean, the medicine, not medication, medicine has come so far that you can actually test to see if there is anything going on in your body that is not supposed to be there.
Yeah. I mean,
Does that make sense?
yeah. And I can't speak to this
Right. No,
probably
no, no, no.
eloquently enough, but
Right.
I can share what
Right.
I know. So
Yes.
I was told this morning, or I learned today earlier, that there is um, a multi-cancer early detection blood test that you can take, and it's called Galleri. So with an I at the end, not a Y, Galleri.
Okay.
And it is a test that kind of screens for many of the deadliest cancers before they become symptomatic.
Wow.
Not all of them, of course,
Right.
but if you go to the website gallery.com, again, that's gallery with an I,
Yeah.
then you can look up all the different ones that it screens for. And Nicole said that it has a very low kind of false positive
Oh,
rate.
okay. Okay.
But I don't really know the science behind it.
Yeah, me either.
Oh,
I don't either.
I'm not the person for that, but
Right.
it's super encouraging and probably
Right.
heartbreaking for many to hear
Right.
about this now. And, you know, it kind of, it's like I remember back in the day when Mia was sick, she would, you know, people say funny things, you know, they go, oh my gosh, yeah, I'm going to go home and hug my kids.
Oh,
You know, and I'm like,
oh my
and,
God.
and I understand that. I
Yeah,
understand.
no, I get it.
But you're like,
Yeah.
yeah, me too. I'm going to
Yeah.
hug my children. I don't know what you want me to
Right.
say to
Right.
that. So
Yeah. But
it's
I think a lot of times people don't know what to say in tense situations,
yeah,
and it just becomes word poop. Meaning it's just blah,
yeah,
that's a straight translation from Swedish, ordbajs. But
yeah.
but uh, but
Word vomit. Yeah.
word vomit, right? And it's just to fill a void of uncomfortable conversation, which I can understand. I mean, what do you say to someone when that you find out that their son or daughter or husband is either dying or dead? I mean, it's my condolences. I mean, that just sounds for me that just sounds silly in a way. I just I I don't know. And in
Right.
Swedish, I don't even know what to say in Swedish. I
Jag
have no
beklagar
idea.
sorgen.
Oh,
Jag
really?
beklagar sorgen. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's funny, I've never heard that.
I'm so sorry for your loss.
Right.
Which, you know, there are, and usually my first thing that I say, which is it's like you said, it's just word vomit.
Yeah.
The first thing I usually say is there just aren't words.
Yeah.
There just
Right.
aren't
Yeah.
any good words.
Yeah. And there aren't. There
And there
aren't. I
aren't.
mean, really, there
I
aren't.
mean, was it a couple episodes ago, or was it last episode we talked about the C word?
No, a couple episodes ago.
Well, this is
Yeah.
definitely the C word.
This,
Cancer is
yeah.
the C
Yes,
word.
I agree. I agree. I agree. No, I know. And I mean, I don't know. The older I get, and I think that's because we are getting older and my network of people has gotten larger over the last 20 years. And obviously the possibilities of someone in your network getting sick is greater the more people you know. But I just feel like there's too much death around. And so again, it just make for me, it gives me it gives me purpose, as in I want to live my life to the fullest. I want to live where I love to live.
Yeah.
I want to look outside my windows and go, oh, I'm so happy I live here. I want to do what I do best, which is taking care of people.
Yeah.
And I want to love on the people that I do take care of and that I do work for, and just give them my all.
And you do it so well. And I knew that's where you were going when you and I talked earlier today. And so that prompted my thought process. And, you know, I really miss nature and feel sometimes stuck here. But
Yeah.
you're like spot on. I just thought about my life and where I'm at here. And of course, it would be wonderful to be living somewhere green and in
Mhm.
nature.
Yeah.
That would require me being far away from my children right now.
Right. Right.
And I'm not willing to do that.
No. I get that.
So so
I
that's
totally
why
get it.
I just
Yeah.
really kind of quickly I had this like moment of clarity where I'm like, okay, well that's it then. Then I don't have
Yeah.
to spin that broken
Yep.
record anymore.
Right. Yep.
You know, for right now.
Yep.
Right now I've got a different record going and
And
it's
just
good.
make the best of it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Make the best of it and make sure that you lived your life to the fullest, and don't take stuff for granted, because taking stuff for granted it comes back and bites you in the ass.
Yeah.
So I'm grateful. I'm grateful for my animals. I'm grateful for my husband. I'm grateful for where I live. I'm grateful for people around me, my friends, family,
I do wish that I
nature.
had
Yeah,
somebody, yeah, I wish I had somebody to share
I
all the
know. I
experiences with.
know.
And so I can, I mean,
So,
whenever we're ready with all this loss and sadness, I can launch into another another dating story
okay.
for whoever's interested.
I think I'm interested, and I know Victor is.
Oh,
Um,
I hope I get to meet Victor one
you
day.
do. Oh, I hope so too. It was his
Oh,
birthday the other day. He turned 25. His birthday date is the coolest date ever. It's 7700.
oh wow. That is
It's a
pretty
cool
cool.
date. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I do need to give a shout out to Serena, my hairdresser, because I went to see her today and she goes, oh, I listened to your podcast. I'm one of seven. And I said, great. I said, you need to make sure you interact with us. So going
Yeah.
back to that, we
Yes,
are,
yes. If you are listening, we're so
yes,
grateful. Please, at least listen for 3 minutes. That helps
yeah,
us capture a new listener. And then
yes,
if you really want brownie points, make sure to leave a review somehow, right?
yeah.
We know how.
Did you did you see that I reviewed our own show?
I think I might have done that too. I
You
gave
did?
stars. I didn't. I
I
gave
did it.
5 stars.
On iTunes or on Apple Podcast, iTunes, Apple Podcast. I did a review for that. You must have done it on Spotify because I haven't seen yours. But I reviewed our own show. I thought, well, what the heck? I love doing this, so why not? But anyway, anyway,
I think the show's great. And I
I
love
know.
the show.
Yeah, and I said, I just hope people enjoy it as much as we do.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Oh my gosh, what an emotional roller coaster. Well, I would love for you to share if you're ready, so we can, acknowledge that we understand that life is short. We don't take it for granted. At least we shouldn't take it for granted.
Oh, I have one more minor epiphany
Okay. Go
from
for it.
yoga. I have all these little things that happen when I'm in yoga.
Oh, okay.
I was almost brought to tears a little bit today when I was in
Oh,
Shavasana.
okay.
And I just had this like thought that because I was wondering, I was trying to like channel all the people that have crossed the bridge before us.
Yeah.
And like, where do they go? And what happens next?
Yeah.
And and do they come back? The whole reincarnation. And then I just had this thought that, okay, so when you draw your last breath and then your soul leaves, it's not visible. It just, you can't see where they go.
Right. Yep.
So why wouldn't they just kind of come into all of us right then and there?
Right.
So
For me, it's more of not necessarily the soul, but the energy. That I
yeah,
know it's the same thing, but where does the energy go, right? So
well, that's
it's
kind of where
actually,
I'm.
go
Yeah,
ahead.
exactly. Like the energy, because
Right.
energy doesn't just disappear.
No, no, for sure not. I mean,
So
they joke about you can feel when someone comes into the room that has high energy. You can feel it when they get into the room, right?
right.
Right.
And particles, don't they like attract one another? I don't really know what I'm talking about here.
Oh, that is beyond my pay grade. I have no idea.
But it just occurred to me that I thought it wouldn't be so absurd if somehow the people that have gone before us, and that's, we stand on our forefathers and all that, that we're all part of one another. And that's how
Yep.
we're all really one.
Right. No, I agree. I agree. And it's actually interesting you're talking about this because so one of my besties that I went back to Sweden, she got married and to darling husband, Suzanne, she got married to Jerry. But anyway, Suzanne has her whole life, she's the funniest woman ever. Her whole life, she's always been, I don't know. Now we understand that she's intuitive, as in she has a sense of stuff that happens around her. She's never really understood it before, but now she's gone to training to become, I guess you can call it a medium or a seer,
Is she clairvoyant?
clairvoyant,
Yeah.
seer. There's all kinds of different. There's different directions you can go, and and I think it's lovely because she wants to do it really. She's passionate about it. She's been helping people with pendulums and like pendants and not pendulum pendants and readings and trying to communicate with other people. And so she called me the other day and I couldn't take it. And so the next day she called me again and I'm like, "Are you okay?" She's like, "Yeah. I just need to tell you. I just need to tell you." So her, just super short, but her and her husband went to the beach down in Hulviken where they live in Sweden, because it was a nice day. They went down to the beach in the evening to have a glass of wine or something. And they're just sitting there. It's nice and quiet. It's peaceful. And all of a sudden, this is what she tells me the other day. All of a sudden, she sees my mom's face. And I was like, "What?" And she goes, "Yeah, I saw your mom's face. I saw Kilike." And I was like, "Wow." And she goes, "Yeah." And then and it's not my mind's eye, it's in my, I guess it's however they communicate, said to Suzanne, the red cat. And I was like, "What?" And she says,
Did she
"Yeah,
know?
the
Did
cat."
she know that your mom had a red cat?
No,
Oh, did
right.
I steal the thunder? Okay.
No,
Wow.
no. So it's so no, you didn't steal the thunder. She says, so mom says in her Suzanne's head. Mom says, the cat, the red cat. And I was like, what? And she goes, yeah. And then she says, oh, we laughed so hard we almost died. And I was like, oh my God, this has to be Chutney. This is Mom's cat, because we bamboozled my dad. He didn't know that I got a cat for Mom.
I
So
remember.
it was, and we laughed. Oh my God, we schemed for months. We schemed and we were conniving and we were like, he, like, so we laughed. We laughed until we died, right? Me and Mom, we had so much fun. And I was like, okay, this is weird. And she goes, well, that makes sense then. And I'm like, okay. So then she also said, she showed her a coffee mug and she says, the coffee mugs, the coffee cups are really important. And Mom and I always had a thing about coffee cups, as in she had her favorite coffee cup. And if she loved it, she would share with me, meaning she would give me a coffee cup. She had specific ones that she really loved, were these flower teacups, is what they look like. And they were, I don't know, I think my brother found them at some thrift store or something, but they were really inexpensive, but she loved them. And I was like, okay, this is random. And then,
So Suzanne brought this up.
yeah, she's telling me, she took notes because she's like, I need to tell Christina this. She called me the day before, but she couldn't get a hold of me because she wanted to make sure that it's fresh in her head, because sometimes I guess it fades as
Yeah.
you go along. So then she says, and then your mom says to me, oui. And oui is not just yes in French. It's my teddy bear that I've had since I was 8 years old. And his name is Oui, because Mom got him in France. And I was like, and she hasn't thought about my teddy bear for probably 40 years. And he sits on my shelf in my bedroom. So I was bawling my eyes out. I was bawling because I just felt like she really talked to Mom. Mom communicated with her, because I'm
Wow.
obviously not ready, or I'm not open enough, or
I know, because I
don't
remember you did
right.
session with that one medium and it didn't
Exactly.
really work out.
It was a flop. It wasn't great at all. And so Mom coming through to Suzanne and sharing that with me, and that Suzanne shared that with me, was, and that was last week. What's today?
Yep.
Wait, that was
And
it was
today,
Sunday or Monday. This week, not last week. It was this week. So holy moly, talk about
there's like a lot of information coming at us,
yeah,
and I have to like
yeah,
process this, I think, a little
uh,
bit to make sure that I'm really getting the messages
yeah,
that I'm supposed to be getting,
right.
because yeah.
I told my dad if I drank alcohol, I would take a shot of whiskey, but I really don't drink alcohol. But he's like, well, maybe you should start. I'm like, I kind of feel like I need a shot of whiskey. But anyway, so back to your, I would love to hear about your dating game. We still have time. So I would love for you to tell it, not your dating game, but your dating. I would love to
Yeah.
hear the last hurrah. I
Not a
want to say
game.
it is a game. It
Okay.
really is. So do
Okay.
you want to share? Or am I putting you on the spot?
No,
Okay,
I
good.
told you I was going to.
Okay,
I mean,
good. Okay.
I'm the one who brought it up.
Okay, good.
Only because I yeah, just because there's a lot there. So
Okay.
I have been going on, I don't want to say like a lot of dates, but I've been kind of pushing myself to connect with guys and just kind of like, all right. And then, I mean, there's so much, right? When you're doing this dating thing on an app, just to get it into real life so that you're actually meeting this person is just draining. But
Yeah.
anyway, so I had connected with this one guy who seemed really, seemed nice,
Okay.
in his 60s. He's 60,
Okay.
lives up in Payson.
Oh, nice.
Uh-huh. And anyway, so he was going to come down, I think, for something. And so we decided we were going to meet for dinner.
Okay.
And I had, so the way, I'm trying to think how I did this, but I kind of felt like I went out of my comfort zone a little bit. So just connecting off of the app, I think, is a little, not like risky, but I usually don't connect with somebody off of the app until I've met them. That's kind of my rule of
okay.
thumb.
Okay.
But
All
I thought, okay, you know what? I'm not going to be so skeptical, and you have
Yeah.
to kind of give a little, right? and be a little
right.
trusting and
Right.
kind of, all right. So I'm like, we connected and it was fine. We had, nice banter on the text and everything. And then,
Yeah.
I ended up asking him, I thought to myself, I'm like, what the heck? I'm going to ask him if he feels like coming by and picking me up
Oh
on
God.
the way to dinner.
Okay.
And he was like, I would love to. I'm like, this is great.
Okay.
And he's been a perfect gentleman. And then I also texted him later in the day and I said, you know what? My sister thinks I'm crazy and she thinks I should ask for a copy of your driver's license. Which
I
is
was going
not,
to say your criminal record, not
yeah.
necessarily your driver's license, but your criminal record.
Well, which isn't true because I
Okay.
hadn't really brought this up with her, but I
Right.
thought, let's
Yeah.
be a little bit smart. And he laughed, was very good natured and,
Okay.
obliged. And so
Okay.
that was great. And when he came and he picked me up and he brought flowers, or he actually brought
Wow.
lavender and basil. Very sweet.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So then that's great. So then off we go to dinner and we had good conversation. But I knew like immediately when I met him that there was nothing wrong with him.
Right.
I just didn't feel anything.
Got
Right.
it. Yep. No chemistry.
No chemistry
Yep.
in that sense.
Okay.
But we had a lovely time. I mean, we had a wonderful dinner,
Yeah.
and and then, we went home. He drove me home and he dropped me off and, I gave him a hug and I said, thank you very much. This was lovely. And he said, oh, I'd love to take you out again. And, I can't remember, but I dodged that question somehow. I think something happened and I was able to dodge it. And then the next day I was like, okay, well, how do I go about ending something that hasn't started,
Right.
And so I kind of ummed and awed over it. And then I basically, I basically said something like, I had a great time. Thanks so much for dinner.
Did he pay?
He did pay. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
We
Okay.
had we shared appetizers and a pizza or
Got it.
something. It wasn't, and I
Okay.
had one drink,
Great.
it wasn't like nuts or anything.
Yep.
So, and it was a casual restaurant, it wasn't, but it's part of the story.
Oh, okay.
Because then
Oh,
I said, I would be open to having, I'd be open to a friendship. Unfortunately, I said something like, I just didn't feel a connection or something like that. I don't remember exactly what I said.
Yep.
And then eventually I get back.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh no. I think I know where this is going.
Well, I mean, I understand where they're coming from, like, because it's not fun. None of this is fun. I mean, he wasn't like super angry about it, but he was like, well, he just said, a friendship with someone who wants to be driven and chooses to offer to pay for their F&B, LOL, exclamation mark, I'm good.
What? Wow.
And so I thought on it for a little minute and then I just wrote, I said, I understand. I apologize. I wasn't sure what to do there. I wish you the best.
Okay. Good for you.
But this is really hard for everyone.
Lesson learned then. Drive yourself and pay for your own damn dinner.
But that could turn into a completely different conversation.
Well, then we'll cross that bridge when it gets to that. You're just gonna have to kiss a lot of frogs, Sandra. But don't necessarily kiss them.
Oh,
but
I'm not.
I know. It's they call it a dating game for a reason.
It's not a dating game.
Well, it is. Until you find the right guy. Then it's no game anymore.
It's not. A game is a game that you play for fun.
Well, dating is supposed to be fun. Right.
It's supposed to be being the operative.
Chuckle.
Yeah,
chuckle,
no, I
chuckle.
know. Anyway.
I mean, that's one of the things that Jeff told me when I first met him. He's like, I don't play that game. If I like you, I'm just going to call you. I'm not going to wait for 3 days. That's stupid.
Right. And I think most people feel that way when you actually meet somebody where you're like on the same page with.
Right.
It's just
Yep.
getting there. I don't know. So
Wow.
that's my latest and greatest. And
Oh, wow.
my takeaway is not that I hate men.
Oh,
My
please don't.
no, my takeaway is that this is so hard for everybody.
Yeah,
Like everybody has their, he
I
he
agree.
because the next time it could be me wanting to
Right.
maybe meet that person again
Right.
and
Right.
that person not feeling,
Yep.
what it's just so
That
hard.
was my track record. Either I fell head over heels in love with a person, or and they had zero interest in me, or they were head over heels in love with me and I had zero interest in them. I have some fun dating stories I need to tell you one day.
Well,
Oh my God. Because
now,
this is when I was in Santa Barbara, way before I met Jeff, but the company that I worked for, they were trying to help me get a visa. And before they were getting me my student visa, they signed me up for a dating site. Like they paid like, I don't know how much money. They paid a lot of money to get me into this program. Yeah, to get me into this program. Matchmaking. It was a matchmaker in Santa
right.
Barbara. Yeah.
Why did they
And
do that?
because they wanted to help me get so I could stay in the United States, so I can find a man and get married to get a
Oh
green
my
card.
God.
Yeah, it was crazy. So I had basically breakfast, lunch, and dinner dates for 30 days. Yeah, it was insane. That was a marathon. But I had I had my wingman, Karen. Oh my gosh, she was awesome. She was my wing woman. So she would be at the restaurant before I got there and sit. And then when the person arrived, if I gave her specific signs or
Mhm.
specific, gestures, she would call me and pretend she was the office that I had to go back to work. It was
Oh my God, this
perfect.
is
Oh
great.
my God. It
No,
was
but this is
awesome.
perfect because this is actually what I thought of. I thought that I need to go because this restaurant that we were at, um, I, I like, and it's like close by
Okay.
and everything. And I'm,
Yeah.
you know what? I need to approach the bartenders there
Yeah.
and then kind of talk to them and tell them that you guys are going to be my go-to place
Yep.
for dating, and
Perfect.
you need to help me out. And they totally would.
I guarantee you they would. I think that's perfect. That's perfect. I think I just saw a movie the other day where they had a sign in the bathroom, and it was not if it was a bad date, but if you felt unsafe on your date,
Oh, I've
you
seen
just
that.
go up and order a specific drink at the bar. But
I don't think
it's
it's
the same principle.
I don't think it's for dating. I think it's if you are in a relationship. If
Well, I think
I've
it would
seen
be
that.
both, probably.
Yeah.
Probably both. Yeah. Right.
I think
Which I think is
maybe it's
great.
in general. Like, yeah,
Yeah. If you
if
feel
you
unsafe.
if you go and order this drink,
Yep.
then they'll know.
Yep. And we'll get you out of there. Yeah. It was funny. Wow. Okay. Well, are you going to keep going?
I'm not sure. So I'm gonna be, in a
Okay.
little bit, I'm gonna be going to
I
Sweden.
know. I'm so excited for you.
Mm,
I really am excited for you. You should be excited too.
I should be excited.
Yes. And you will be, as
I will
everyone
be
else
once I'm
said.
there.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, now, once you get on the plane, you're going to go, okay,
Yeah.
I'm actually going now. And
Yep.
I'm so excited for Charlie that he's going. I think that's amazing. If what an opportunity for him.
Yeah.
Really.
Yep.
Seriously. Yeah. So
Yeah. No, I'm a little bit torn. I'm kind of not excited yet, and then kind of thinking like, oh shoot, I should have stayed. I should have booked for longer since I'm already
right.
there. But
Right.
I think this is perfect.
Okay. Well,
Days will be
you
good.
can always extend.
Yeah.
Well, you know, as
Let's
long
see.
as it's a changeable ticket,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Get Mary on the phone, see what she booked.
Yeah, exactly. God bless Mary.
Yeah.
Mary. Hopefully you listen to our show one day because she is the cat's meow. That woman.
She really is.
She is the best travel agent in the entire universe. 1-800 Jet Mary. Call her and she will solve every problem that you have.
Yeah.
She
No,
is incredible.
she is an
Yeah.
iron lady.
Yep. And everyone that meets her, including myself, says she can never retire because she's
No,
up there. I mean, she's up there,
I
but
know.
she can't retire.
No.
So, yeah, no, it's crazy. But I'm excited for you. But next week, we have a fun guest, Cecilia. I'm excited to talk to her.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be fun to, first of all, I would love to talk to her about her whole role in Swedes and Swedes in the world, Svenska i
We are.
världen.
Yeah.
That would be so fun just to get her take on, you know, if we ever want to move back home, what do we need to do? Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what do we need to do? How is it to move back? And, can
It's
you
hard.
come back? Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's
Right.
hard for some people to move back, I've heard.
Right. Right.
Um,
So I'm excited about this. I think it's going to be fun, especially if we can continue having some interesting guests that we both can learn from or get educated about. And
mhm.
I was just thinking, if you wanted to ask Nicole if she wanted to come on, if she knows more about this cancer test, to come and talk about it, that would be amazing. So,
I mean,
but
we could. Yeah,
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 for sure.
definitely. I'm
Yeah.
sure she would love.
Or we could just call the company directly and see if we can get some information from them and get a representative to talk about it. We could do that from the company itself.
Yeah, either one.
Yeah, that'd be
Yep.
fun actually. So, but anywho, yeah, gosh, today Thursday.
I don't know how to wrap this up in
I
a nice
know,
little bow.
seriously. How are we doing the
Um,
description for this one? Can you stop, please? I'm sorry, but I have animals around me that are bugging me that are not doing what they're supposed to do. And
Shocking.
I keep throwing pens at him and then he starts chewing on them. So then I have to take it away from him. This is what happens when you have 5 dogs that wants to be with you all the time. COVID messed
Oh,
them up because they
yeah.
want to be with me. Oh, I went to visit a horse today that I'm going to start riding.
Oh, Vivi was just asking if you have a horse yet.
Yep. So his name is Remy. He's a Hummel. He's a Flughummel.
He's a gray, flea
white,
bitten gray.
flea bitten gray. He's beautiful. He's so sweet. He licked me. Like he licked my whole face, and it was so sweet. So sweet. So
He's
I'm gonna go riding
self-sufficient,
tomorrow.
apparently.
Yeah, there you go. It's all the tears from all the tears that I was crying today.
Oh,
But no, so I'm gonna go riding tomorrow. I'm very excited.
that is exciting.
Yeah.
I
So
got to ride over 4th of July. Did I tell you?
oh, you did?
Uh-huh.
Oh, wait, is that when you were in Flag?
No. No,
Wait,
no.
so where
Fourth,
did you
we
ride?
did a staycation. But I went, up at Vivi's barn. Yes.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. Abby
Oh, I
asked
didn't
me
know
if I wanted to ride. Krieger is his name.
Okay.
German. I forget his whole name now, but something Krieger. He's for
Really?
sale.
Ooh.
Hmm.
Yeah, you don't need another horse.
No, I don't need.
No, you don't need another horse.
But he was
Got
lovely.
it. That's awesome. So did you ride in the ring and arena or did you go
Mhm.
out? Like, oh, okay.
Yeah,
Got it.
just arena.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
How was your
Abby's
muscles
horses are
today
the best.
after?
They were a little sore, I'll admit,
Yeah.
but not bad.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Muscle memory.
Yeah.
Yep. No. So anyway, so yeah, wrapping this up. Friday, yeah, weekend. Oh, I have the celebration of life. Oh gosh, here's another one.
What?
Gosh. So do you remember Terry who owned the horse
Yes.
Frank?
Yeah.
Yeah. So she passed away as we talked about a couple episodes ago, and all of a sudden she died and of a heart attack. And her husband now is doing the celebration of life for Terry on Saturday, which is lovely. I'm very happy about that because then I get to hang out with her husband, hang out with her dogs, and go back to the barn and talk some fun stories. Even if I knew her for, gosh, maybe a year, or maybe less than a year, but she made a big impact on my life. So I'm
Wow.
excited about that. So yeah, I know.
Okay, and I love the idea. Okay, so I know how we're gonna wrap this up.
Okay.
For the rest of your life, I'll do this. I'll should on myself. I'd like to
Okay.
do this where I do one thing a day to celebrate life.
I'm 100% with you.
And it can be anything from drawing a nice deep breath
Yep.
to
Eating an ice cream.
eating a slice of cake.
We're on the same page. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
I'm with you. And so I've done my good deed for today. I've done my celebration of life because I had an ice cream sandwich today and it was delicious.
Okay, so I love this. This is so great.
Yep.
Yeah, and I went to yoga class today. That was how
Perfect.
I celebrated my life today.
Perfect.
So join us on our, if you want to celebrate life,
Yes.
do it
With
once a
sweets
day.
on the loose.
With
Seriously.
Swedes on the loose.
I
Yeah.
know. All right.
Okay, well, next time we're going to launch into Christina's. Oh, no, that's not next.
No,
It'll
nope.
be
Cecilia first.
Cecilia. Yep.
Sweets
And
in the
then
wild.
we will launch
Yep.
into
Yep.
your life. We
The
might need
suspense is killing me.
I know. It's a cliffhanger. It's
About
going to
my
be
own
like a
story.
two-part show because your life is so
My
full.
life is long.
Yeah.
I'm only
All
5
right.
years older than you, but yeah. All right, everyone. Thanks for listening. Please give us, like Sandra said, give us a comment, Instagram, Facebook, shoot us a review, give us a review, give us some feedback of how we're doing. It's been,
Proof of life.
proof
Show
of
us proof of
please.
life.
Yes, please show us proof of life, especially after this week. Please show
Yeah.
us proof of life.
All right.
So,
Have
yep.
a good weekend.
You
Bye,
too. I'll talk to you
everyone.
next week.
Okay,
Bye.
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 Hey, Dora.
Hey, doll. Perfect. Wow. We should name this one all over the place too.